Hi there and welcome to this sound design tutorial. Today we're going to be making a futuristic deep house style bass. So I've already made the note pattern for this tutorial and I'm just going to bring up a screenshot of that onto the screen now, and you can copy the notes into your piano roll. Okay, so now you've got the notes down, we can proceed with the sound design. So first of all we click new here to initialize the patch, and then that should just sound like this. And in our first oscillator slot here, we're going to insert a sawtooth analog oscillator, and we're going to do the same in oscillator slot 2. And then we're just going to tune these apart from each other slightly so we get some nice subtle movement in the sound. And we'll just tune these both down by 12 semitones. And just to give us some nice pure sub bass now, we'll turn on our third oscillator slot and leave this as a sine wave. And now we'll just pull this down by 24 semitones. And now in oscillator slot 4, we're going to insert a square wave oscillator. And we're going to tune this one down by 12 semitones again, and then just push up the fine tuning slightly. Now going over to our mixer panel here, we can adjust these levels. Now going into our settings panel here, we're going to pull down the polyphony to 4 and then increase the unison to 4 as well. So we now have a full voice monophonic synth, and then we'll just push up the global detune slightly so this gives us a bit of a thicker texture. And now we can go into our keyboard follow panel here, and then we'll just push up the glide. And just for a bit more texture, we can turn on our noise source here, and then just pull up this filter. And we'll pull down the level to make this quite subtle. Now going over to our amplitude envelope, we're going to pull the sustain right down and then just pull out the decay time. Now we're going to use a second envelope here to control our filter. Now to add some interest to this sound, we're just going to turn on this LFO here, and then assign that to control the width of our square wave oscillator here. And we're going to turn on sync and retrig so that this oscillates in time with the track BPM. And then we're going to pull up the fade and delay time, just so that this comes in gradually over time. And now, just to add some crunch to this, in our post filter effect slot, we'll just turn on this fuzz distortion. And we want that one to be quite subtle. Okay, so now we can go into our effects panel here and start to polish things off. And in our first effect slot, we will insert a tube distortion. And then in our second effect slot, we will insert a ping pong echo. And then going into the sub presets, we will select this medium. And we just want to turn up the low cut of this effect as well, so that our delayed signal doesn't have any low end in. And now we can save this as a new sub preset because we have made this edit. So I'm just going to call this low cut medium. And finally, we're going to add a reverb in our final effect slot. Okay, so there we have it, and that's now a really powerful, futuristic sounding deep house style bass. So I hope you've enjoyed the tutorial today, and don't forget you can download the patch we've just made in the video description below, and we'll catch up with you next time.